Hello everyone, welcome to the AOR Season 9, Race 9 around the British Grand Prix. Track, as you might know, is Silverstone. Not a personal favourite for us, but we'll have to give it a go anyway. Showing you rather, the setup: 3-1 wings, 48s, high Stanley brakes, 1-1 balance, and 1-1-1-1, all one suspension, and normal tail and camber. It's just setup I find that I used to use it to eliminate traction, or traction problems, wheel spin in general, and it works very well, as you'll see later in qualifying and race. And speaking of that, we're now going out the garage and we'll see how we got on in qualifying. On to our qualifying lap then, going around the last few corners, getting ready to start the lap. Trying to get as much traction as we can out the last corner, across the start finish line to start this lap. One of the first to start our lap. We are up into 7th through this turn 1, the new turn 1 section, which they had very lately, braking down hard into it. Just to say something, I'm using the driving line. That's because I had about a few hours of practice before, so I don't actually know any braking zones or any lines for any corners. So just to make sure I wasn't a slow coach basically and driving around seeing no one, I decided I was going to stick it on like I did in Austria or Canada I think it was. Anyway, we've got fastest in the first sector because no one else has a lap time yet. Going wide here, I'm going to cut back in again, trying to get no wheel spin on exit, thanks to our prime and brilliant setup. It'll work better in the race than qualifying, I suspect, because we are very heavy footed. And as we're now gone past the old start finish straight through Cops, the old turn 1, not extending on, or cutting or extending Cops, hoping not to do the same for the next 3 corners, going through Maggots, now Beckett's, or the Beckett's I think rather, and then Chapel onto the straight, I believe it is. Sorry if I don't say the right corner names. Silverstone's one I know the most, but otherwise I don't really know anyone. But I can still get them along here anyway. Using the up to 8th. First time I think we use 8th and take the inside line a bit there. Try not to extend there through, so that was breaking down into the last section, the new section of this track. Throwing the car left and going throwing it right again. Powering on down towards the start finish line very carefully. About full power roughly now as we get a bit of oversteer. And across the line we go to set our best qualifying time in the session. And the reason being why, because as you see in these next 2 attempts of our laps, we run wide out of there. Complete mistake from us, spoiled the tyres, lost loads of time. And going through Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel again, we run ridiculously wide on the exit. Well, there was a few other small mistakes throughout that lap, which as you can see cost us around 8 tenths or so during that lap. Moving on to the qualifying results then. VT Dosh is taking 2nd pole position. We are down in 7th. And our teammate Phil is in 11th, but the biggest surprise of the qualifying is the championship leader, at this time I believe Novotank, has not been able to set a lap time during this stint, or during the qualifying session. So he will start all the way from the back of the grid and trying to retain his title. Our strategy for this race then, as you can see, is starting on the prime tyres and doing 6 laps on them, followed by 10 laps each on 2 stints of options. The prime tyres are very slow compared to the options. So we just feel like we really want to get the most out of our option tyres and our pace by using them for, well over 2/3 of the race. Onto the starting grid as we exit, or we'll exit the garage first of course, but then onto the starting grid. VT Dosh in his Toro Rosso on pole position, we follow in 7th, and our teammate Phil is down in 11th, 2nd to last. Not been a good qualifying for him. Now waiting for the lights to come on. We stick it into lean, try and, hope to get a good start. -1 of fuel, 3 lights now, 5 lights, and they're out. And away we go. We're getting absolutely mugged off the start finish line. Loads of wheel spin. Every single person that uses a pad is flying past us. Oh, touch the back of Supernova, and something's happening in our mirror. Someone's flown off. I don't know what it is. It looks like another Mercedes. We're now boxed between 3 cars. No, 2 cars now. No, that's 2. Yep. Bad boy on the outside, Wingsman on the inside of us now. That turns to the outside on the inside. Completely opposite. We are now, Wingsman's pulled out this. The 2 prime tyre runners from the start are going around. Will I go around the outside of there? We've got Novotank behind us. He's trying to get past us. I'm going down towards, I don't know, lost the straight, Kimmel straight I think. Side by side, 3 wide down into this corner. We turn it and we've been hit. Oh my god, great. That was a nice start. Novotank went down the inside of us. I don't know if he touched Bad Boy, but Bad Boy at least hit us in Spun, who's behind us now. I think he waited for us, I'm not sure if he did or not, but that was a horrendous way to start a race after first losing 3 positions off the start or so, and then we gained them back, but well, now we're down into second to last. There was a disconnection before the race, by the way, so that's why there's 12 runners, it says, but there's actually only 11 on track, so that's how that changes. But now going through it, we run slightly wide, having to lift off to make sure we don't completely run wide and get grass all over our tyres. That would be a dreadful thing to do on lap 1. The prime tyres are bad enough as they are. Someone's kicking up dirt ahead. It is our teammate Phil, by the looks of the timing screens, but they can lie. Never trust them, really. But as we go through our section then of this first opening lap, been a bit of a weird one, chaotic one as well, you could say. As we set, what is it, I believe, 140, after an absolute horrific first lap. But as we almost sent into our spin and cut our tyres a bit, we can really expect that. But our aim now is to try and gain some positions. Well, someone's off there. I don't know what that was. Someone's crashed. We've gained 2 positions actually, so that's 2 cars off. And then we skip on a bit later onto lap 4. We get a huge amount of oversteer there. Just want to show you that. Going through onto lap 6 then. It's time for our pit stop. Our first scheduled lap. Getting rid of these dreadful prime tyres. We lost loads of times to the option tyres, or the option runners ahead. Just getting spits. It's a long one. I won't bother showing you all of it. So we just fit the option tyres in the cinematic view. And then onto lap 9 then. We've started to catch up to the back of Wingsman. Our rival in the championship so far. Jim Jake, I think, was involved in the crash we saw earlier, or got a glimpse of earlier. He's now behind us. And at the end of lap 9, we've caught up, or towards the end of lap 9, through Maggots and Beckets and Chapel. We've caught up to Wingsman considerably. We put it up into Rich. We're going to get the DRS here. We're going to use this to close on him. We're not going to think of passing him yet. That would be a bit risky, as we're quite far back. But as we're going into Stowe now, he's gone wide. He's touched the grass on the outside. We're going to have a cheeky look on the inside, see if we can get down the inside of him. We do. He cuts back on us. He's going to cut across to the racing line again as we change the brake balance. For some reason we're trying to change the brake balance. We want to change the fuel mixture to put it into lean. Now that's gone, we can put it back into lean. As we made the move down the inside there, he's tried to switch back on us to defend, but it didn't work for him. And now we're up into 9th after we've pitted, and most people haven't, so that's great. We'll just keep on carrying this momentum forward and hopefully we'll end up being quite high on the grid. Jacko's ahead of us, Australian. I'm not feeling pretty confident at this point of the race. Get tons of oversteer. Now that's put Wingsman back in the chance. We can see him. The proximity arrows come. He's going to have DRS. We'll put it up into Rich. He's coming for us. He's going for the inside. You can see our mirrors. We're going to hold it around the outside. We're going to attempt that. We're going to sell him a dummy. No, that's not the right word, but we're going around the outside anyway. We held on to that position. Not really a much of a threat. Didn't seem like he tried to do the same thing as Bad Boy did by completely throwing it down the inside of us. As Jim Jake now loses connection, I believe that was a rage quit, well, rather than just a thing because he had some lag problems or something. Maybe got hit off twice. He didn't like them, but whatever happens to me, I always try and finish the race unless I get destroyed by someone. Unless I make a stupid mistake and I destroy my own vehicle. Gone a bit wide there, actually, Chapel, but it's not made much of a difference. Wingsman hasn't managed to capitalise on that. Moving on to the middle to beginning part of lap 13, we're now starting to close the gap to Jacko. It's down to 1.6 seconds. Wingsman has held on quite well behind us, to be honest. He's not too far behind. Only 2 seconds, he's only lost a second or so. But we're flying on the option tyres now. We're not setting the fastest lap times, of course, but we're getting close. So we lift off, we completely cut the inside there. We lift off a bit extra on the exit to compensate for that. So we stick up and shake gear for them, try and get it for Jacko. He's going really, really slowly. For that's the pad user for you. They're very slow for the sector, but get quite a lot of traction. But we, with our setup, hope to combine the best of both. As we now got DRS up, he's moving a bit towards the map as there comes a bit more lag, and seems like we're hitting forward on the screen, possibly as he jumps forward a bit, but we didn't. Pass him cleanly on the inside, on the exit of Stowe. Breaking down into there. There's a whole group of cars ahead of where he was. You can see there's 1, 2, 3. I think there's 3 or possibly 4 cars. That could lead us almost onto the podium. in fact. That would be brilliant, our first podium possible, but I doubt that. As on lap 14 then, we're going through the same set of corners. As Supernova, his teammate, is also on a pad, and you can see that by the fact he's gone ridiculously slow through that corner. And get the DRS on him as well. Only the next lap. We're going up into 8th gear. He looks like he's thinking about going defensive. Now he's completely defensive. We're turning. He's on the prime tyres, and we've hit each other. I'm not sure what happened there or what went through our minds at that current time, but Wingsman's passed us, gone through there. That's a massive blow. Championship rival gone past us. I think at that time we believed that he understeered into us, but I'm not quite sure. And then here we tried to let him back past through oversteer as well, but he didn't go past. So we pitted then at the end of lap 16 onto lap 17 for another last pit stop for the option tyres. We're now going to take these all the way to the end. But as we're on the end of this lap, we've caught back up to Wingsman, who's behind our teammate Phil. He's held in for us an absolute treat whilst we pitted. And we're now going to see if we can switch to the inside down the start finish straight. Will we possibly go past it? We lift off slightly through there, and we've got him. We've got him on the inside down into turn 1. That's quite a good move, I would admit. I don't think I've ever overtaken someone at that corner, especially not down the inside. But I suppose he was afraid of running wide or something. But we should have DRS on Phil ahead now, I suspect. Will we? Yep, we get it. That means we're in the second. I don't think we'll get past him though. So we come into this braking zone, and we're just showing that we're there. Not hitting him, just showing we're there. Please don't hold us up as much as you did to Wingsman. That would be dreadful. Because then we'll have a freeway battle. And at the moment you're on the prime tyres. I think you've got to stop. I think it's got to stop to go. I'm not sure. I can't remember if he ran option prime, or if he ran option prime one stopper, because a lot of people tried a one stopper, but I knew it wasn't successful. But the primes wouldn't need to last a long way if I could get the options to go away. So that's what I did. Into lap 21 then. We're back behind Jacko's car and caught back up to him. After a few laps, we've been absolutely flying compared to this little group ahead of cars, of him, Bad Boy, and his teammate Supernova. Because after we made that mistake, we dropped back a bit. Especially since we've made a pit stop. A few of these are one stopping, remember, so we actually, at the moment, we're actually caught them in an entire 28 seconds for a pit stop. That's quite astonishing. If you think about it, that's how dreadful your tyres can be when you do one stop. That's why I elected myself not to try one. But as we go around this lap length, we're considerably catching them. The group ahead, we will try our hardest to get past all of them. That will lead us into 4th, I believe. Not quite sure. As we now approach Beckett's in Chapel again. This is a very famous overtaking move for us at the moment. Well, not famous, but a good one. As we almost smash into the back of Jacko through some lag. We get DRS, go straight past him there. It's going to be a very easy move. He already lost the momentum before he even got onto the straight by going wide. It's into Stowe. We carry the speed. Just keep on going now. Bad Boy head is our main aim. And on to Maggots and Beckers in Chapel again. Yet again. On lap 22. Going through here. The two ahead, Supernova and Bad Boy, are now going very closely to each other. We will get the DRS, I suspect. Activating it. A bit slower lap time this time by running wide a bit. But we will try our best to go around here. Stick into the lane for Stowe. And those two are coming together. We're going to try on the inside. No! He's hit us. We've been hit. Damn. Oh no. We're backwards. We're trying to recollect ourselves as we go back to the right way. Yellow flag, not surprised really. Bad Boy I think is behind us, I'm not sure. We lost the position to Wingsman. We're not going to give this up now. We're absolutely flipping fuming at this point. There's no way we're going to finish behind our rival thanks to that stupid crash where they came together accidentally and then took us out as well with them. I don't know if Supernova even knew I was involved in that crash really, but Bad Boy at least is behind us. He's stopped and waiting for us very kindly. Then on to the last lap of the race, going through the last few corners. Bit of a cut on the inside, misjudgment from me there. PGH, or Kieran as I know him, has won the race. First AOR F1 win for him. Congratulations to him. Real good result for him. As we come home to take a 7th place. Could have been a lot better, but sometimes you do end up drawing in short straw. As we look at the result screen and for the race, it's quite a finished result really, even though it doesn't look like it. Kieran has won the race. As I say, congratulations to him. Norway Tank has managed to grab his way all the way up into second on the grid. VT Dosh in third. We're down in 7th. Teammate Phil in 9th, scoring a few points again. As we cut on to the final animation of the winning driver, Kieran. Congratulations so much to him again, as he wins his first AOR F1 race. But for us then, that doesn't really matter, as we are on the driver standings now. Norway Tank leads, ahead of Colliard and Kieran. We are all the way down in 6th. We've gained a few positions since the last few races now by scoring points regularly. Our teammate Phil is all the way down in 10th. We're not doing too badly, a pair of us. Moving on to the constructors then. Ferrari, we are still sat in 5th. McLaren are leading the way, ahead of Williams. Williams have actually only got one drive at the moment. That's why Norway Tank can't win, or isn't going to do very well in the constructors. But we are doing very well in 5th. Anyway guys, next race is round 10 at Hockenheim, Germany. Very nice track to drive around. I hope you enjoy the video. Please leave a like. But until next time out guys, I'll see you all next time for the German Grand Prix.